Why do you want to provide service that goes above and beyond? Because people may not remember exactly what you said, but they'll never forget how you made them feel. We were in an airport somewhere in the United States. I'm not going to tell you where it was. Needless to say, I had never been to this airport before. And Ron and I were trying to decide what transportation we should take into the city where our clients were. So we went up to the taxi cab stand, and she was sitting right under a sign that said customer service. So I wanted to know how much it costs to take a cab into the city. Easy question. Never been there before. Well, when I walked up to the desk, I noticed she was eating a very messy sandwich that was dripping on her shirt, and she was flossing her teeth. Not kidding, flossing her teeth. And chewing with her mouth open, she just looked at me. She didn't even say anything. And I asked her my question, how much is it to cab? And she gave me the nastiest answer, saying it's $45 everywhere in this city, as if I should have known that already. We're in an airport. I've never been here before. So I politely thanked her because my knee-jerk reaction to people like that is to amp up my happiness and politeness and become really kind. And we walked away. So worst case of customer service I have ever experienced. So what is my takeaway from this? I've never forgotten it. And I've told people about it. And when we got into the other mode of transportation, when we got into the car, I said, how's business? And he said, strangely, we've had a real upswing of business from the airport lately. Well, of course you did, because the woman at the taxi stand is scaring away the customers. It's not fair to the taxis. No, of course not. So be aware of the service you're providing, because it's going to make or break your business. And for this particular company, they may not even know she's doing it. I just got off the phone from making an appointment, and the woman on the other end of the phone had a monotone. It was possibly the worst case I'd ever heard. I mean, I really thought her world was falling apart, or she was about to cry. It was just no inflection. Hi, my name is Teresa. How may I help you? I mean, it was like that. I am not kidding you. It was that bad. So I made the appointment, and I tried to make her laugh. I cracked a joke, and she burst out laughing. And the entire energy of the phone call changed. I could hear her smiling. She became a little warmer, a little more friendly. And by the end of the conversation, she was like, honey, you have a great day. This is what I've been talking about. Your inflection, the tone of your voice. People can hear you smiling or not smiling on the other end of the phone. I understand that your world might be imploding, but you still have to put up a brave face. You still have to act as if everything is okay for the sake of the client. Otherwise, you could lose the client. If you have to keep a picture in front of you to remind you to smile when you pick up the phone, or to remind you a picture of a happy face, a picture of your children, a picture of your spouse, a picture of George Clooney, I don't care what it is. Anything that's going to remind you to smile. Just a quick tip for you today. When it comes to customer service, people have a tendency to remember three things. They'll remember how they were greeted, they will remember what happened at the very end of their visit, and they'll remember the feelings they had while they were there. They may or may not remember the bad things that happened, and they may or may not remember the good things that happened, but they'll remember the feeling they had. And most importantly, they remember what happened when they left. They'll remember that great dessert that they had at the restaurant. Kids will remember the toothbrush or the fact that they got to pick out from the toy box. The child may or may not remember what happened, but they remember the toy. So at the end of the day, here's my tip. Make sure they remember you in a good way when they leave. This is Catherine Giovanni. Thanks for watching.